What up? Good morning, good day. Hope you're doing well. Um, it's been a while since I've done a vlog, and I'm trying to commit myself to do more daily vlogs where I'm just giving you guys thoughts and ideas from my work and from the things that I've done in my life. As I feel like right now I'm in this unique cocoon stage where I'm relearning, reprogramming, and I'm not going to take that cocoon stage as my own. Daylight, a rapper, artist, kind of spoke about it. And I love that term, cocoon, the cocoon stage. This idea that you're trying to become a butterfly again, or you're becoming a butterfly. And a lot of it has to do with relearning or reprogramming things about what you thought, taking the things maybe that you've learned over the years and trying to apply it to the next stage of your life. I think it's a beautiful thing that we always go through in terms of transitioning, in terms of growing and being better as artists, as, connected to ourselves. We're always trying to find, is this the right path that we're on? So I've been a very strong advocate of trying to make sure not trying, but actually finding a way to enjoy the journey. I'm reading right now, and I'm going to make some vlogs over this. It's backwards, but the creative act, A Way of Being by Rick Rubin. This is a book that was given to me by my father on Christmas. I started reading it at the beginning of the year, and then I just stopped making it a priority to read. Picked it back up this morning, and I read a few chapters, and a good friend of mine who's a trainer over at Genesis had told me to, he encouraged me to make some vlogs. My good brother Shaq Gonzalez is also someone that has encouraged me to vlog more often and share my thoughts with people. So that's what I'm doing, and hope you guys can take some of what I've learned and apply it to your own life, and maybe it helps. But one thing that he speaks about that I've always had troubles with is my own version of self-doubt. I think maybe there could be a misunderstanding from people that are young, starting out, that your doubt will go away. And I think it goes away at times, but it's a fluctuation. I think there are times where you have strong confidence in yourself, you know who you are, and then a challenge is brought upon you and you doubt it because you've never done it before. It's always when we haven't done something that we doubt ourselves because we're trying to figure it out. We know we don't know, and we try to prepare ourselves, but that's the scary thing, is like, how do you prepare? You don't really know. So when he spoke about this chapter, and the chapter is called Make It Up, I'm gonna read a few of the lines and kind of connect it with like how I've seen this in my own life. One of the first things he says in the first part of the chapter is, we tend to think what we're making is the most important thing in our lives and that it's going to define us for all eternity. And then he says, consider moving forward with the more accurate point of view that it's a small work, a beginning. The mission is to complete the project so you can move on to the next. The next one is a stepping stone to the following work. And so it continues in productive rhythm for the entirety of your creative life. It resonated me so quickly. It related to me so quickly when I just see that line of, we think it's like going to define us and who we are, versus realizing this is you're in your process. Like everything you do, everything you work on is a small part of the whole journey. And we think sometimes when creating, oh my God, people are going to think this is not as good as my last one, or is it as good as the greatest thing I've ever done, or how is this different than something I've created in the past? Am I being true to myself? Am I liking it? Is this actually good? Am I actually improving? And you have those weird doubts that creep into your mind while working on something. Most recently, I worked on this great project with Eric Fisher and here and Prosper U, and my doubt was new. It was a new process of doubt that I was going through because I'd never created a commercial for beauty, or I'm not in the beauty industry, so I'm trying to create a commercial, which is new, to in an industry that I'm not familiar with, and I've always felt like I wanted to learn more about. So it interested me to take on the project, to be like, I want to learn the beauty industry. I think it's amazing to understand what and how I can become stronger in that area of my creativity. But all along I was creating it and communicating as much as I could. There was always this little kind of like weird doubt that was going on, which was more about is this the best thing that I can create? Oh, this is no good because you could do it better, or is my lighting as good as it should be, or is that the right lens that I chose, or is that the right camera movement, or did I write the right line, or I should have wrote a better line. And in the end, they had just texted me yesterday that they shared it with amongst their peers and that everybody loved it and they thought it was like some of the best work they've seen in their industry by far. And I'm like sitting here thinking, I'm being my worst critic. I'm pushing myself to pay attention to details that I care about that possibly nobody else cares about. Nobody else is going to care about. And I will say I relate to what he's saying about it being a small work and a small entry in my creative work. As I was editing it, as I was, finalizing it, color grading it and all this stuff, I realized like it does look really great. It's longer than I thought it would be, but that's because I was trying something new. I was trying something that I hadn't done before. I was pushing myself to be better, and I know I'm going to be better next time because they gave me an opportunity to create something like this. And that's something that I'm super grateful for. And I realized within the doubting process that my doubt is just talking shit because I'm thinking I need to impress somebody. Who am I trying to impress? Like my peers? My peers aren't paying me. My peers aren't like giving me jobs. None of those people that I follow give me jobs. None of the people that I've hired in the past give me jobs. I'm the one that's hiring them. So I'm taking the risk and trying to do something different with my life. I'm taking the risk about stepping outside of my comfort zone. So of course I'm going to have a weird doubt. Of course I'm going to not know everything about the beauty industry. I've never even studied it. So finding happiness in the learning process is something that I can relate to when he says those things. The next one is a stepping stone to the following work. He also says something I posted on my Instagram, which was, we're not playing to win, we're playing to play. And ultimately, playing is fun. Perfectionism gets in the way of fun. A more skillful goal might be to find comfort in the process, to make and put out successive works with ease. And that goes back to, like, that I relate to in terms of my education that I wish I could. I don't even wish, because I can do it. That goes back to me creating educational content for you guys and creating like content on YouTube. And I was journaling this morning and I said, earlier this year I was wanting it to be a goal of mine to release my education. And as the first couple months went by, I realized, is this really a goal of mine, or is this a goal of someone else? Is this a goal of someone else? And there was two parts to that. It is a goal of mine to build education and give you guys content, but it's also it's also my team's goal for us to create that, and it's not my priority right now to create that. And some of the content I was making was taking me so long to make, and it was frustrating me every time I would make it and release it, and then no one would see it. And I was like, man, I'm not wasting my I take that back. I'm not wasting my time. I was about to say I'm wasting my time, which I should know that I'm not wasting my time. I'm investing my time to see a better future. But the feeling in the moment was that I'm wasting my time. I should be doing something that is more important to me, more of a priority to me. And I was kind of like thinking more about, man, I'm making these really great pieces. Why aren't more people watching it? Where his point here is, hey, we're not playing to win. We're not playing to get the views. We're playing to play. And I do get enjoyment about making content for people and helping people with just sharing my thoughts and my feelings on my experiences, and knowing like that's how I'm giving back to the world and to the YouTube University, is by sharing the things that I've learned. We should all already know that like just because I learned it doesn't mean it won't help someone else, or also just because you're listening to what I'm saying doesn't mean it's 1,000% the way to do something. But I at least should try. Hey, Ellie. I at least should try to. My baby's out, is like awake. But at least should try to share those things. Hey, baby, you want to come say hi to me? Give me a hug. Come here. Come here, baby. Daddy's just talking to the camera and sharing some thoughts. You want to come give me a kiss? Hug? Oh! You okay? Come here, baby. Look. Come here. Come here, my baby.
It's a bird on the fence. Go away.
I love you. You sleep good? Are you ready to go to the lake? Are you ready to go to the lake? Yes! Yes! We're gonna go to the lake today. So she is up early. Look. Look. There's my baby. There's my honey. There's my love. One of the last things he was saying in the book was, can you want to sit here with me while I talk? You want to sit here while I talk? Okay. There's two things I'll say. One is he says, it's worth noting the distinction between doubting the work and doubting yourself. And then this last quote that I'll share in this, he says, ultimately your desire to create must be greater than your fear of it. And that's like a pretty powerful thing to think about, like us needing to find and hold on to our desire to create, and to know that if we're doubting ourselves, we're stopping ourselves from creating. And what do you fear? You know, what are we fearing more in that? Like, he mentions, like, if you doubt your work, then that could help improve it by saying, hey, I know it could be better. But whereas you doubt yourself, it stops you, creates like a hopelessness in you from actually moving forward in life and moving forward with your goals. So our desire has to be great. Our desire to create has to be greater than our desire to doubt that fear, or to have the fear. You know, we should desire to work more than our desire to fear. And I think it's pretty natural to go in stages of doubt, fear, and questioning, like, what are we doing? And I think as you work on yourself more and you become more in tune with your life, you realize when you're doing it and you're becoming self-aware. So to help you get out of those things, praying, being grateful, being thankful, understanding what your real goals are is what helps you get out of it. If you know exactly what your goal is, and you will more likely not be upset when you're not doing something that someone else is doing. When you're online watching other people like post work, if they're posting work about music videos, but you don't actually care about creating music videos, then they shouldn't bother you. If you're unsure about what your real true goal is, then it's going to bother you when someone else creates work and puts it out there, because you are allowing yourself to not create on your own. You'd rather doubt yourself and judge others than put yourself out there and understand that this is your work. This is you trying to grow in front of people, and growing in front of people is a very scary thing to do. So it's pretty natural to fear the judgment of others, but we should not have more desire to fear than the desire to work on ourselves and actually create something. So, that's something I've been feeling. I've been in a weird funk lately because I know what I want to do next with my life, and I'm almost just like, again, going back to the cocoon thing. I know that I'm restarting myself in many ways. I want to get into movies, and I want to get into creating larger pieces of work and showing like what I'm actually capable of, because music videos doesn't define me. I think music videos have been a really great way for me to create a life that I love, to create a family, to create friends, and to allow a lot of people to gain their own careers because of me hiring them, or because Real Goats helped them get a job. They got other jobs from it, and I allowed and I helped so many people grow in their craft. And now I know it's my time to focus on myself, grow myself, and that's what I'm doing. So it's a very unique process, a very strange process to go through, because I'm kind of starting all over in some sense of learning a new industry. So it's exciting and also scary. But I'll share some more thoughts on some other chapters. Hopefully that helped you a little bit this morning. Ellie, are you ready to go to the lake? Yes! Give me a yes! Give me a yes! I love you. Can I get a kiss? Okay. All right, well, we got to get ready. We got to go. Appreciate it. Thank you for the love. Thank you for any comments that you have. And we'll talk some more. Peace.